Good morning, cheddar dogs. What you focus on grows. Feed them horses. 3 more pots coming you guys this way. I got these ones right in the back. I'm gonna be throwing them. I'm gonna be making 3 more trees like we make every single day. We're getting closer and closer to the year, so that's pretty exciting. But we're gonna get over there. So, green, off. Camera B. Camera B. A little water right underneath this. Here we go. Right over to that edge there. Perfect. The bottom's nice and smooth. All right, you're gonna grab your llama. Camera B. Llama's gonna bite down right on that rim. And you know what llamas love, guys? Llamas love volcanoes. Right to the bottom here. And we're a little bit thin on that base, right? But don't freak out if you start seeing it wobble. Finish those poles. Oh, how hype is that, guys? How hype is that? Twist this down. Hold that rim. Making trees all day long. You know it's not wrong for pottery. It's just me and myself in the basement. Changing the form, your hands are touching the material. You're so in tune with what's happening. And I really think that that's the power of pottery. Camera B. Put it out to the public and stuff. It's an obligation to yourself to keep doing it, right? When it's alone and you don't put it out there, it's very easy for that little demon in your mind to whisper like, oh, well, you don't have to, nobody would know. But now everybody knows, right? So here we go. Camera B. Pop this up a little bit. Transition, and bring that up. Hammer fist down. Camera C. And so the key here, right, is you gotta split this up into three sections, right? Keep your hand on this left third here, right? Slowly bring this down, and then slowly pull back all that off-center clay right into that hand. And it's gonna sit right on center there, right? Where else are you streaming, broski? I'm streaming on YouTube Shorts right now. It's getting a little bit wobbly on that bottom, but we're not going to stop. Finish the pole off strong. Dude. There we go. So I built like a budget PC in order to do all my streaming. And then the thing that I'm using, I'm a gamer guy, so a lot of gamers will use voice commands or like this program called Voice Attack to do hotkeys. And so I have the hotkeys hooked up to my streaming software, so then when I say certain words, it changes cameras. And again, you're going to take this one. And like I always say, the less you touch it, the better it's usually going to turn out, right? Because then you give it that natural, almost growing look, right? Oh. I'm at the gym watching you make money trees. That's so funny. Camera B. Alright, so my head camera is kind of drifting to the side a little bit, so I gotta make sure I push that back.
This is the home of massive dance records, classic pop music, good times, and people staying up long after their bedtime.
We might need to go one more to this bottom edge here. There we go. And slowly just walk that down, right guys? If you start feeling it tear or wobble, just lower that hand there. Hand's getting a little dry, add some more water on there. Which tree is this today? This is number 3, so this is the last one. Alright, right down to the bottom, get ready to transition. You're gonna bring this up. And again, look at where that hand is, always on that third, right? And as I'm bringing that clay down, I'm gonna slowly bring that fist backwards. And all that off-centered clay is going to right around, right into that hand, centering everything. Alright, we're gonna come here. First thing we gotta do, we gotta check if there's any rabbits. Any rabbits? Let's check. No rabbits? No rabbits. Okay, now we gotta get some water on the inside here. You can't have the tadpoles drying out. You're gonna hook your finger, and you always wanna cut right along that bottom, right? Think of it as 3 layers of cake. You cut through that bottom layer of that cake, the top 2 layers are gonna move with you, right? And so that way, you don't want it to feel like you have to use a lot of your arm muscles. I'm a noodly guy, I don't got a lot of strength, right? But what do I got? I got a mind, right? So try to use your mind to help you with the clay, right? Think of it like your finger's like a water jet cutter, right? Get ready, llama. Boom, 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 boom. Camera B. Camera B. Bites right down on that rim. And slowly, you know what the llama loves, guys. Come on, what does he love? He loves the volcanoes, right? And like Squidward always says, Krakatoa! Shaboo! A little bit of water. We gotta get a new refill on the water here. Alright, first thing you're gonna do, you got your volcano. You're gonna bring that base right in. And why did we do that? So then it's a little bit thinner towards that top, so when we bring that out, it's a slight taper, right? Right down to the bottom, grab that knuckle. Slow, always slow on that base, slowly bringing this little bump upwards, but we're not really trying to get a crazy bump, right? We're just trying to equalize those walls in the first couple pulls, right? Because it's still too thick on that bottom, right? Somebody said they saw a volcano eruption before. That's crazy. I feel like I'd be a little bit scared, to be honest. I feel like just magma's gonna land on my hands or something. Alright, right down to the bottom again. Slowly bumping that in. Very slow. Dish out that bump right over top of those fingers. and just slowly walk that bump up all the way. Don't lose the bump and don't get freaked out. There's a little wobble on that bottom. And then once you get tall enough, all of a sudden, you're gonna feel, at least I got some noodly legs, right? So my elbow, right, just slides right off the bone, right? And so I gotta tuck that in towards my body to make sure I still keep that supported, right? Collar that in. Always, you can't be losing that rim. As soon as that rim is out, you're toast, yo. Alright, some more water right on this base. Alright, right here. I went a little bit too narrow on that bottom. I'm still gonna finish the pull. I'm bringing my hands towards 6 o'clock as I'm pulling up. I'm not freaking out on that bottom even though it's getting all wobbly. Finish off that pull strong, guys. Whoo! Alright, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6, but you gotta fix 5. Okay. This is gonna tilt. So we gotta be ready to start collapsing because it's thin on that bottom. Oh, you can see that one side is wanting to give. We might just give it. Nope, we got it. And just slowly walk this up. And you'll see when you walk this up, it slowly wants to twist up. Right? So we got that one thin one you guys can see. So we just got to be careful. And we're going to actually twist this one up before we pop it out on that rim there. Kiss that rim. We're gonna start off with this one. This one that I just finished. I think this one is the most wound up out of all of them today. Well, actually, now I'm looking at it. The one next to it right here is a little bit similar. But I think this one is kind of nice as the pedals, and it's pretty wide on the top. I think this one was the closest to failing today, but it still turned out. You know, as soon as you set that twist in, it acts as a support for the vessel itself, so then you can go wider on that top. So I really like this one. I think this one over here, the tendrils are just cruising. I think the tendrils on this one are really some of my favorite that I've done in a little bit. I'm still doing the pattern tendrils. I think there's four tendrils on there, but I'm really allowing them to fold and noodle over each other. And I think it gives it a whole new dynamic that I wasn't capitalizing on before in those types of pots. And then we got the one on the top. We got a double tendril. You know, I always think when we break away from the pattern, it starts looking like those appendages, those arms, start getting that gesture to the pot. But I really like that one on the top there. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. All the best in strong mentality.